I've managed to make it out of the Abyss Woods with ease due to Midra being defeated. And on my way back to Skadu Altis, I stumbled across a mausoleum. Must have missed this place on my way down. I wonder what's inside. What awaited me inside was a spirit warrior. The spirit warrior was very aggressive and relentless. But I emerged victorious. Rakshasa, huh? She sounded as terrible as that bloody finger Eleonora. Let's not waste any more time. I've changed my armor and arrived at the Skadu Altis west of Shadow Keep. And while on my way there, I've noticed another way inside. I figured it would be easier just entering this way. I wanted to return here because the two dead ends with the Dragon Peak and the Abyss Woods, I thought rendezvousing with my acquaintances may be the only way to reach Mikola. I wanted to see if they found any path or flame. It seems I've entered the flooded basement. May as well explore. Here is where I've met a tough fire knight. Rather strong with plenty of fire. Can't wait to meet this mesmer. From a hole in the roof I was able to drop down and I met a known adversary, praying.
Queen Marika, mother to us all, favor me with thy grace. I have met many who would threaten or distress thee, and quelled each and all. And I hereby swear to never cease. So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light.
He wasn't attacking me, so I decided to leave him be. I didn't want to kill this man and felt merciful. Inside there were more fire knights, but I've managed to find a mechanism to open the floodgates of this section. I wonder why this area was flooded. There must be a secret here. Somehow a fire knight was living in the water, but he wasn't an ordinary one either. He was able to raise fiery corpses. It seems these knights have a sense of sadness through loneliness and abandonment. I've searched the ground floor a bit and came across an interesting doorway. This place goes even deeper underground? This must have been a reason that their place was flooded. Someone didn't want this found. What's this? Interesting. I cannot see Grace. Maybe this is how King Godfrey saw Grace. I've never understood the old tale of how the golden hue in his eyes vanished long ago from being exiled. Or before being exiled. It seems I've found the base of the Skadu tree. So this Shadow Fort is the equivalent to Lindell back at home. So like Morgoth, this may be where Mesmer is, guarding the base. If Mesmer is out here, then I suppose now's the time. I knew we would inevitably meet. I was gravely mistaken on what awaited me. What? A giant sunflower? This sunflower was tough and was really hard to kill. Just when I thought I won. What the? The flower rose again. Is it over? I prepared myself in case not. A wise decision. This plant refuses to die. Damn, that was exhausting. If it rose again, I was gonna flee. But what have we here? So that's the other part of what Mikola is up to, huh? To bury the past. Well, the past is what shapes us. What kind of god would want to erase it? Shadow of the Erd Tree. I see. Every light has a dark side indeed. Perhaps I need to return to the previous entrance to the Shadow Fort to rendezvous with the others. They are all strong fighters. I'm sure they are okay. I just hope they are all still here after all the time that has passed. Let's go. On my way back up, I revisited the praying invader. I was curious about this Iris of Grace that I found, so I tested it.
Queen Marika, I implore thee, bestow thy grace. Take not from me my solitary life. Queen Marika, dearest mother, I shall silence all who would trespass upon thy peace, as decreed by the grace of God. No soul shall thy sanctity imperil.
It seems to reinvigorate hope in the individual's beliefs and resolves. Like Mikola, did Queen Marika have the ability to manipulate? Not through charm, but through positive and even negative emotions? Could she have given King Godfrey his golden hue through the Iris of Grace, and then removed it, reverting him back to the Lord of the battlefield? This was beyond me, so I quit thinking about it all and focused back on the matter at hand. I came back the way where I'd last seen Freya and Hornsent, but this time went north to the middle, and there was now a fire knight posted. After slicing him down, there was an elevator taking me up this time. Perhaps I just made some wrong turns, and up was where I needed to be all along. When I reached the top, I saw what looked like a grand library, but also had a large statue of horned beasts. Could these be the others among the Hornsent? They don't seem much different from the omens. Let's look around this library. Almost every corner had a shadow militiaman waiting to ambush me. Within the next corridor, I was pleasantly surprised. Sir Ansbach, good to see you.
It's been some time. After unburdening my soul to you, I had hoped to make a fresh start. But there was one thought I could not dislodge from my mind. So, here I am. Quite unable to move on.
What's the problem?
After Lord Moke's slaying at his dynastic palace, it appears his body has been absconded with and taken straight to kind Mikola. Surely you recall that I once served Lord Moog as a pureblood knight, after failing him in every regard, and losing sight of my vows. I'd do anything to make amends, in whatever meager way I can. What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moog's remains? The implications are rather unnerving.
I see. I'll see what I can uncover on my end. It seems Ansbach is still unaware that I am the one that killed Moog. But not long after, his body was missing. I didn't think much of it, but it was empty when I returned. Could that battle and me slaying him be by design? Could there have been a ruse to lure me to find and kill Moog? After those chilling thoughts, I set out to learn what I can about all of this. Surely there had to be more clues somewhere. After running past the statue and a couple of times, I've noticed how simple it should be to traverse it and reach the next floor. Then I had to fight my way through more shadow spirits and militiamen. Just odd, witnessing shadow spirits seek knowledge. Of course, I needed to deal with fire knights as well. And then from the results of the first statue, I've inspected the second one to see if it could be used as some sort of bridge. Looks promising. And it was the right path that led me to another Mikola arch. Been a while since I've seen one of these. And what is this? Ah, so Ansbach discovered that area first. A wise man indeed. I wonder if I should show him Miquella's broken great rune. Well, the charm's been lifted, so there may not be a need. Moving forward, I had to deal with more enemies and bats. But then I found the final piece of the puzzle to Miquella's plans. So Miquella is within the tower enshrouded by shadow, but needs a lord to usher him back. I wonder whom he plans to be his lord. Perhaps Ansbach can figure this out, but I feel the need to explore a little further. As I pressed onward, I began to hear a familiar voice. However, I was surrounded by enemies at the moment. So Freya is still here. She was on the very next floor above me. Freya.
Oh, I know. I'm afraid I'm busy. Curse upon my lack of foresight. I should have asked Ansbach to impart his knowledge when I had the chance.
Well, I need to see Ansbach myself. I guess it's about time I share what I found.
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Moak's remains? The implications are rather unnerving. Freya, by the gods. She must be feeling the need to reaffirm her allegiance before she heads to war. A true Redmane she is, hardly troubled by the rot. But no one is without their shortcomings. She has a hard road ahead. It does make one think. Perhaps our concerns are but two sides of the same coin.
Here, take a look at this.
What's this? Yes, I should have known. Even the truth was itself mere folly. As if using Lord Moog to gain entrance to the land of shadow were not enough, he plans to use his corpse as the vessel of his king consort. He has forsaken Lord Moog's soul. He desires only his empty shell. It beggars belief, but I'm afraid Tender Miquella fails to grasp the humiliation implied by this act. One thing is certain. My dear lord deserved better. Righteous tarnished. You have my gratitude. You have given me the answers I needed, but I can hardly fathom it. Such folly. Unto the end. I am a warrior, but I've aged. I cannot afford to act hastily. Curse it all. I know my limits. I could spend the rest of my life honing my craft, and still that creature would be out of my blade's reach. The absolute folly of it all.
As if I've needed any more proof that Mikola is evil. But still, who is he planning to make his lord? But it seems Ansbach is willing to fight. Last time he was alone, but together we may have a chance of winning. They aren't immortal.
Righteous tarnished. Could you please give this to Freya? Thanks to you, she too will have the answers she requires. Freya possesses a youth I no longer have. This knowledge will surely stoke the flames of valor within her. Yes. I can see her barreling into the fray right now.
It would be nice to have Freya on our side, as strong as she is.
From Sir Ansbach to me. What on earth could it... Yes. Of course. I see. As the Festival of War concluded, General Radahn's soul met an honorable end, but kindly Mikola wishes to revive it, which is fine by me. I know it would pain old Jeren, but war has always suited General Radahn best, and certainly far more than any honorable death. Endless war to invigorate the soul, as befits General Radahn, the great lion. Thank you. Now I finally cast off my misgivings. Give my regards to Honorable Ansbach. Tell him, if we should meet in battle, to face your bow would be fine enough, but to face your blade would be an honor. Brave warrior. Perhaps next time, we too will meet on the battlefield.
No. Setting up your half-brother to be slain just to revive your other half, to become Lord is vile, and Radahn of all demigods. I believe I know why I'm here. I am the one have slain both. Could I have been a mere pawn of Mikola after all? All the battles that I've fought, the friends and foes I've met, could it all have been game pieces for this? And what about Ranni? She needed Radahn slain as well, her full-blooded brother. I didn't question things before, but can I trust her after learning about Mikola? Is she any better? And what does Mikola have planned for me next? I must kill him. I returned to Ansbach to inform him what Freya said.
Perhaps I shouldn't meddle in her affairs, but this is the only way I can help. I should have expected as much from Freya. Some things simply never occur to her. Paralyzing fear. True despair. That's Freya through and through.
Yes, unfortunately Freya is now against us. I do wonder why she gave me this. Does she respect me enough to consider me a Redmane, despite being on opposite sides? Well, either way, it is what it is. After spending a great deal of time here, I'm pretty sure that this is Messmer's lair, the one demigod I've yet to see, and it seems despite hate, he still follows Marika. Perhaps he can provide a means to reach Mikola or even be of opposition of him. I'm sure that it's reaching, but I want to find out. I figured he would be located in the very top since I've been all over the bottom. So I've explored more and found a means to travel higher up. I've reached the final corridor and had to dispatch the Fire Knight captain. The captain? So this must be it. Judging from how I've been treated my entire stay here, I'm sure he would attack me. I've psyched myself up in preparation for battle before entering, because I knew a fight was inevitable, so after I mustered the courage, I entered his lair.
Mongrel intruder. That tarnished, it seemeth. Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of life? Yet, my purpose standeth unchanged. Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. In the embrace of listless flame.
Surprisingly, as I engaged, Hornsent came rushing in, screaming with rage.
Mesmer! Foe of my beloved! For the flames, my blade I wield!
Hornsent had a personal vendetta against Mesmer. I was already in a fight, so we joined forces. We fought valiantly until Hornsent got injured. Hornsent! But then suddenly the most unexpected ally came to my rescue. Yolan, the Sword Hand of Night. I didn't know what she was doing here, but I wasn't complaining. With my new ally, we overpowered Mesmer, but then...
I will not suffer. devoid of light. No, Mother, forgive me.
An iris of grace?
Soon tarnished. Wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light? America, a curse upon thee.
With the contribution of the three of us, Mesmer was slain. Yolan then fled as quickly as she appeared, and I felt empowered over this victory. Another ruthless demigod slain. But when Mesmer observed me, he witnessed that I lacked the light of grace, a reason why I never cared to be Elden Lord. I don't see grace. Finally found a proper flame to reach Mikola. But younger sister, I wonder who she could be. Through the remembrance, I've learned. So that's the hate for America. His mother abandoned him due to fear. But what's the original sin? I take back what I've said about Mesmer and viewing him as another ruthless demigod. All he was doing was following his mother's orders despite abandonment, possibly in the hopes she'd return for him, and he attacked me because I lacked grace, unfit for a lord that she would approve of. He really loved his mother underneath the hatred. I can't help but feel bad for you, Mesmer. But this is beyond me. You needed to be defeated for me to stop another delusional demigod. Many deaths always tied to some demigod, and apparently you weren't safe either. I noticed Hornson survived and came to, praying.
What cruelty is this? Who would rob me of my one vital purpose? My soul.
feeble, witless, dull of need, that vengeance was never taught in life. Oh, mother. Oh, most cherished wife and child. It seems vengeance was not mine to enact. Where now should I point my tired blade? Where now should I point?
It seems that he is unaware of falling in that fight and unaware of me. I felt I should leave him be. Nothing could be done at this point for his revenge. It was Mesmer who killed his people, the Hornsent, enemies of America. Yolan really did come through for me back there. I should continue to follow Ymir's request to find another finger ruins as payment for helping me. I'll head there now. I have the flame, so no one can reach Mikola without me. Unless someone finds another, they can wait. As I backtracked, I found a letter. Letta, she was here too, huh? Now I know where to head when I am ready. I'll rendezvous with them later. According to Ymir's map, my destination is behind the Shadow Fort. So I've explored other parts and found other passages. And through my search, I found something interesting. Mesmer wasn't alone, at least. Perhaps I can bring this shield as a gift to Rani or Renala. This path led me to a dangerous balcony leading me to the outside, to a rather dangerous elevator. Then to another elevator that finally led me to the back. This place is truly magnificent, full of secrets. I wonder if I've seen everything yet. When finally arriving at the bottom, there was a fork in the road. The map from Ymir entails I should head this way. But it looks inaccurate. Perhaps I head out through here and then head right. But outside looks like the aftermath of a battleground. Armor from warriors deceased years ago, with mesmer stakes and old weapons, thrusted into the ground. Could it be a trap or something else? Perhaps I'll be okay if I ride fast with Torrent. We can escape the cuckoo spell in Carian Manor. I then foolishly rode with haste. Then a huge armored boar with a man wielding a lance came rushing at me. Alice. I attempted to fight back, but I was no match on a mount. I was definitely a goner until I've gotten an unexpected rescue. Queeline in spirit form appeared and drew the attention off of me so I could recover. Then together we fought. We were wearing him down, and then he performed an attack I never thought I'd see again. Wait, isn't that? Wasn't that Radahn's attack? After the adrenaline rush battle, we won, and Queeline vanished, but I heard his voice in my head. You've delivered me to the grace of Queen Marika, and now I've repaid my debt. Thank you, Queeline. I'm sure glad you helped. One act of kindness can go a long way. Then I gained the remembrance of the attacker. He was known as Commander Gaius. I see. At the very least, Mesmer wasn't alone. He had Queeline, Gaius, and R'Lana. I wonder how he managed to get her, being R'Lana's twin and high up in Carian royalty. I also wonder what Yusrei would have thought of him. He probably would have followed him over Rykard, but then again, he loves a good fight, so maybe not. I really need to not be so reckless anymore. Today was a really close call. I would have been an unfit end of my story. I also hurt Torrent as well. I'm sorry, buddy. I won't be so stupid again and put you out there like that. Here, have a cold one. I'm sorry. Now, we may as well see what's ahead. As we rode ahead, we came across an abandoned shack with an Albanarg woman on a wolf, similar to Latana patrolling. They attacked without hesitation, so I did what I needed. I had to kill them, but I noticed the woman dropped something peculiar. So she got in good shots on me. Bottoms for Gaius. So Gaius was an Albanarg himself. But then, she may possibly have been his wife. Perhaps I need to stop thinking on these battles of a matter of good and evil. They were warriors that were prepared for the possibility of dying and fell like warriors. There is no shame in that. Just more tools like myself that fell into the crossfire of some delusional demigod. One way or another, we fall in the depths of their webs. After my ramblings, I went to the edge, which is known as the Scadu Chalice, and I found some good number of Scattle-True fragments. The Shadow Realm's inhabitants are no joke. If it weren't for these, I would have fallen long ago. Perhaps it's time I gave thanks. Thank you, Scadu Tree. You have given me more blessings than the Erd Tree ever has, if at all. Perhaps I am graceless so much that the Erd Tree forsook me, but you haven't. Thank you for your blessings. After I noticed there was no way around the cathedral, I checked that room out. It looked like a dead end, but I noticed an engraved message on the floor. The shamans. I then remembered something about the Bony Village. He loved his mother underneath everything. Perhaps there's some significance of all of these statues. They aren't in places of her monuments or anything. Perhaps there's some sort of clues. Well, this may seem silly, but I'm desperate. I can't believe it worked. A son begging for his mother's love. Oh, mother. Pretty sad, but Mesmer is no more, and alas, my journey continues. What a gorgeous view.